Howdy all. Okay, welcome to the madness. First off, no, this isn't my playthrough guide. This is me on a server, and I really couldn't resist sharing this. It was quite an interesting horde. It was definitely an interesting result for me, and it's a good example of what happens when you aren't really paying attention to what you're doing. Quick catch up here. As you can see, it's 21 minutes past midnight. The horde started at 10, as usual. As I said, this is on a server, so it was 9:32 when I'd seen it. A friend jumped on, and to be fair, they did wait for me to be clear. I was messing around. I didn't get on till about 8:30 something. And then all of this layer that's basically in line with the ground, all of these cobblestone bits and a bit of concrete at the front there, that was all just building blocks when I jumped on. I had to run over with the nail gun. I was putting down the electric posts. I've still got a generator and traps and fuel on me. But yeah, unorganised. First off, ran out of time. Second off, at the end where they're running through, there was originally a hatch. It was meant to be a steel hatch. I'd forgotten that I'd only put a wooden hatch down as a placement, as a temporary thing, placeholder. And yeah, it all went wrong. They're running around the side here because there was a block next to my pole that I was getting to run along that originally hid my last generator that I used on the previous horde. That didn't go well for me, by the way. Not that this is going great. And yeah, they thought, you know what? As he hasn't put the other wall behind his electric post, we can just simply smash one block and we're through. And they were right. They really were. And at this point, we can see that I can't use the scroll mouse for crap. Or scroll wheel on a mouse for crap when I'm panicking. That was me breaking the block myself with the ratchet because I thought I'd selected the nail gun. Well done me, eh? Great! Yeah, I was expecting to die. It was just how long can I survive until I die at this rate. But I managed to get one in the top, put that up to cobblestone, and I was like, brilliant. Wouldn't let me put one in the bottom. No idea when Mo here had just turned up from the little I think he was stuck out there and was just a bit slower than the rest. But that was all the time they needed, and they were through. But they weren't. See, I thought they were through, but it turned out it was just the big mama. And the rest of them were actually still there. They did just break it, but thankfully they didn't. Well, I don't know if it's thankfully or not. I mean, technically they were close to me. There! Did you see that? Did you see it? Someone might see something there that I have never seen in the desert before. I'm quite sure it was part of the horde, and I have no idea why. I mean, it must have been. It must have been. You'll see it. Maybe in a second. I've got a feeling I'll repair it now, because that will lead up to the what the fudge are you doing here with this horde situation. So yeah, we've got a block in place. We can go back to the old level 5 club and the whoppity. And this saved me so much. I mean, everything I was hitting was going down. Some of them were flying, and I mean proper flying, like off clear of the stairs. So, just to be able to clear the space in front, and with a club, unlike things like spears and that, where it hits the spot that you're stabbing, the club can hit 2 or 3 of them at once. And at this power, with the mods I've got on and such as well, as in on the club, to be clear, we don't have extra mods on this server. It is standard vanilla game still, just changes on, I think it's basically pretty much changes on things like the loot and that. There might be a couple of settings changes from how you normally play it. I believe our block damage is down to 75 or 85 rather than 100. Well, let's thank someone. Let's stay to that, shall we? Stay out of politics and religion. Yeah. Anyway, thank goodness it is down a bit, because I'm still getting used to version 1. It's a lot different from how hordes were in the alphas. The zombies are hitting you a lot harder. They're taking a lot more punishment. And the demos? Oh, the demos are insane. I had one on the last one. I unloaded. I've got an attack rifle that I also forgotten for this, with a drum mag, sadly. And last horde, I was using it with the 7.62 AP rounds. I was launching like 60 at a time at these demos. And I actually saw one coming back up the stairs after they'd been blowing holes in my base already, hence the rebuild. And it was missing an arm. And if anything, that was more terrifying, to see that I had torn a demo apart and he was still coming for me like there was nothing wrong. It was scary. Yeah, but great extra thing. Well done, I've got to admit on that one. Fun Pimps, please say it's Fun Pimps. I play so many games I can't remember the developer. I apologise, someone will correct me. But if so, Plumpets, bravo on that. Changing it so that I believe now all the zombies can be maimed. And some of the bits you see, I've got a scene somewhere in here. I take someone's leg off with a shotgun and they're still going. And it's, you know, it's not big and important, but it really does make a difference to the game. Especially when you think, I've got him. Bits are off of them. Yay. And no, they actually carry on coming at you. But yeah. So I'm trying to keep on top of this block. Embarrassingly, in a bit, I do a bit of a mistake with some repairs, and I waste some steel. And yeah, it wasn't planned. Like I said, I was unorganised for this. I didn't bring any iron with me. I ran out of concrete already. I'd used 800 and something doing this front bit because all this round with me that's concrete was the standard blocks had to be repaired up all the way. But, yeah. There's me trying to use it with a right click. I thought that it was, just that, you know, I didn't have concrete, I wasn't going past cobblestone for anything. Well, obviously, after concrete, you can put steel down. And what I'd forgotten on this was I'd brought steel to repair the steel hatch at the front that I hadn't actually made. I did start making it before the horde. In fact, it's still in my crafting bench, and if it helps, it's actually made at this point, so bravo me. But it needed 2 minutes when we were about 10 to 10, and spoiler, 10 minutes in this game is not 2 minutes in real life. So, yeah, I carried on. I was keeping on top of that block, like I said. I actually thought I had a good chance here. You know, these standard zombies, they're hitting it, but they're not doing a massive amount of damage. I'm probably screwing myself, let's be honest, by giving it a good whack now and then with the club with my poor aiming. But yeah, I've got to say, with that flaming mod, it does make it a nightmare sometimes. See, look how fast you flew. Anyway, that flaming mod does make it a nightmare sometimes to see what's going on, because I've just got this one block to look through, and everything in it's normally flames. Oh, hold on, Mr. Zombie. This is the second zombie, by the way. Sorry, zombie. It's more than the second zombie. Mountain lion. This was what I was saying. I don't know if you spotted it earlier when I was running around. I did. It took me 2 or 3 times going through this video to editing, and it was literally as I was talking that I spotted it then. But, yeah. Why have I got a mountain lion in the desert for a horde? I have never seen mountain lions anywhere apart from occasionally the woods, maybe, but mostly nowadays they're in the snow. I'm miles from the snow. I'm also out of luck at the moment. I'm trying to keep running around and get something, because those blocks just ain't lasting. By the way, pro tip, an electric fence post. Yeah, you know what? I think it did actually hold him. I thought he walked right past it because I can. But either way, they don't last long, and they're not a good substitute for keeping zombies out. Because yeah, it's already gone. Now I've muffed myself. Not only have I placed a block in the wrong place, but I have placed the block with me inside it somehow, hence why I'm not moving at this point, and I'm freaking. I've pressed escape trying to get out of it, realised that's not working. I've decided I'm just going to try and go down swinging, and thankfully they pushed me out, and now I'm hurt. I'm real hurt. The green icon, I believe, is because of the buff I've got. I've got less chance of getting concussions or stunned or that sort of thing because of my full biker set. And yeah, thank God for that at the moment, because I've got everything else. I've had a grazed knee for I don't know how long now. I'm infected. I've been infected and had a grazed knee, I think, pretty much since I started it. Oh, I'm bleeding now as well. You know, it's going well. Thankfully, I've got all the medical properties of hobo stew. Oh, and some vegetable stew, you know. Oh, and a pumpkin bread. I'm sorted, really. You know, I didn't need to bring any meds. I thought, that's fine. I didn't need any antibiotics or any of the 20 first aid bandages I had, any of the dozen or more first aid kits, none of the recog, none of the 10 beers I just made, or the 30 antibiotics I had in my box. No. You could say I was unorganised and I forgot most of the stuff and I left it too late. Or you could just say that I was living life on the edge. I was unorganised. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry to myself. I will try to never do that again. Because this horde was a struggle. It took me ages. My friend had actually sent the message at the beginning, which I missed because I was however far into this when it started, rather than 10 o'clock, saying good luck. It took me about an hour or more in-game to reply TY as a thank you to them because I was that scared to stop touching buttons on the computer. And yeah, I did intend to shoot his bomb then. I thought it couldn't really get much worse than this. I was so wrong. It got so much worse. I literally have nowhere to actually go anymore. That the zombies cannot reach me. And I don't mean break through to me, I mean reach me. There is my base over there. It's my crafting base. It's made out of wood. And it has about a 20 block hole underneath it that if they smash the wrong things, my entire base is coming down. So I'm staying away from that like the plague. I've got about 40 or so crop plots over there. I've got 3 dew collectors. I've got my forge at the top, which I've just put a crucible in. You know, I don't want to lose my stuff, is the simple way to put it. I cannot explain how much stuff I have there. So we're staying here, and we're going to try and go through things and make it through with just hobo stew and a big-ass steel club. I mean, we've got the weapons, but my AK is nearly broken, and it's only a level 3. At this point, they're kind of just sniffing at it like it was a pea shooter. I had attack rifle level 5. There you go. That was it, by the way. That was me messing up. I thought at the time in-game I'd picked up a loot bag and I'd found some steel. I thought I've just wasted that steel. I didn't realise I still had 100 and something on me. So I could have secured all that front bit up. At this point, though, I couldn't have because, of course, they've already damaged the concrete. I'd used up all my concrete upgrading it to that in the first place. So I'd have had to repair it to go further. So in a way, that helps. This, though, I mean, come on. It's the biggest zombie there is, and he's the one that climbed through the hole. Seriously, that was just not fair. And I'm back to running around like a maniac, just trying to live for 5 seconds. On a plus note, I have been doing this for so long that I've basically managed to beat the sprain out of my body. So yippee me. Now, at this point, I'm just trying to put down as many as possible, just they've got to take a couple of swings, and I can upgrade some. That's how well it worked. And the demo, boom. That's it. He's through. He's through that cobblestone block of 1,500. And I do manage to get another one down here, but it wasn't a mistake. It wasn't some glitch or something. He goes through them that quickly. I know there were other zombies there, but you saw how long they were taking to get through cobblestone with the rest. Look, 100 that's at. He took it down to 500 and something from 1,500 in one hit. That's nearly 1,000 damage in one swing. I don't know if any more of them got them, but either way, that is insane. We've got our block damage lowered. You know, that's something that I'm really going to have to pay attention to. And also, I need to pay attention to the fact that my AK has just broken. That was great fun. I did have repair kits on me. I think I even remembered I had repair kits on me, but for some reason, I didn't want to stop and go into my slots at the moment, into my inventory, there we go, and repair my AK. I mean, I can't imagine why. It must have slipped my mind, surely, because that would have made perfect sense at the moment. But yeah, it's 4:14. Horde night's done. No, it's not. Thanks to our dear server provider again. And to be clear, I don't mind. It's made it a lot more interesting, and it is a good laugh. But our hordes now go to 6 in the morning. I mean, the trader opens at 4. Technically, you could run to the trader for the last 2 hours. Spoiler, top right, that was really happening at the time that I was playing on the server. That's why I wasn't moving then. I had to close a tab that you couldn't see that was telling me that my battery was low. And at this point, not only did I not know where my charger was, it was in a bag somewhere. And unsurprisingly, I'm a bit preoccupied to start searching the room. This wasn't single player. I couldn't just press escape and pause it. As you saw when I hit escape when I fumbled up earlier, it just keeps going on a server. It's not giving you any respite. So yeah, as I was saying though, ours have been changed. They don't go till 4. Our hordes go till 6. And I've got an hour and a half. I'm begging. Just anything. The god of luck at this point. Just to let me through. Look at my horde base. It's got so many holes in it. It wasn't even finished before I started. But there we go. 438. I got that bag, and I left one level 5 fire axe in it. Once it gets to the morning, we will see if I found that one again. Because a lot of people on the servers are having problems with losing their loot bags. However, my base here is only 3 blocks off the ground, and then it's the block that's floor level, I think, something like that. You know, if you really want to check, you can check. Honestly, it's about that. It's either 3 blocks or 4 blocks before the block that is my floor. So it's not that high off the ground. Most of these people have got them high enough that if you're jumping off of it, you're breaking a leg. Or even if you're walking off of it, you're probably breaking a leg without some sort of mods. So I'm thinking that because mine are, because my base is closer and I keep closer to where the zombies are dropping their bags, that maybe that's why I'm not losing any. But at the same time, maybe I am. It's not like it's that easy to keep track of how many they're dropping, especially when it's set up as it should be, rather than you running through the ruins of it, and all you have is a 1 block space to look through. But anyway, I've got to 5 o'clock now. At this point, I'm just hoping I can make it. You know, 58 minutes in game. Yeah. See this screen? This screen is because my battery died. And this is me logging back in at 5:45. And I was like, oh, I've missed the end of the horde. That's such a pain in the backside. Spoilers. I hadn't missed the end of the horde. It was still there, still waiting for me. Oh yeah. Yeah, that was a nice surprise whilst I'm looking through loot bags. There was only a couple. Yeah, it's fine. And then a couple more. And a couple more. And a couple more. 8 minutes. There are 8 minutes left of the night, and this is how many zombies have just appeared on me. You know, I think that it may still be a case. It used to be, if you logged off and back on during a horde night, it would reset the horde. Honestly, I'm wondering if I did something like that. I mean, it still stopped come morning, obviously, and they also can't run, but could I have really had this many zombies left? Look, that's it. That's 6 o'clock. And look who's flashing his way towards me. Where has he just appeared from? So here I am. I made it to the morning and I was amazed. But it's not guaranteed that that's lasting at the moment. We all saw who was coming. And yes, that was my excited I made it wiggle. But yeah. We're trying to take Big Bomber down. We'll get these last couple. And I didn't notice our dear chum walking up on me. I thought this was it. I'm like, I've got you. And I saw that green glow walking towards me at that point, that little button. I was like, oh, come on. Seriously. This club was amazing. It's level 5 steel club. I've got high pummel Pete as well. It's got the flaming mod on. It's got the chain mod on. It's got a couple of grip mods on it and all that jazz. It's doing nothing to that blooming demo. I was launching other zombies, ferals, radiateds, whatever. I've even launched bikers clean off of them blooming steps before now. And that damn demo just takes it. Look at him. It took 2 and he went down. I was like, yeah, brilliant. 2 to the face. Nothing. I did nothing to him. Or maybe it did, because I think that was 1 shot left with the 9mm. And that was it. That was the end of my horde. It was one of the maddest things I have done for a long time. I made it though, and you know what? I really did enjoy it, and I'm really glad I recorded it. This has got nothing to do with the normal 7 day series, like I said. If anything, this is a how not to do your horde base video or something, but I had to share it because I couldn't believe I made it to the end of the night on that one. That was all I had, the 1 concrete. I mean, look, I had over 1,000 cobblestone left, 119 steel repair kits. I still had the 4 motors on me for the generator. It was definitely not prepared enough. I got to the stage of putting it in wood and I'd logged off last time. I should have got to the stage of finishing it. But there you go. Lessons learned. As it was, I did this one and then I basically logged off again. So I'll probably log back onto another bloody horde night with this mess. But yeah, it's if none of you have played a server with others, it's definitely something that's worth doing. I mean, we keep our bases separate anyway, so we don't affect each other's count in zombies or affect our horde knights and all that. And also, of course, because being a server and we've got about 8 or so people that come on and off of here, then, you know, if they're all having a horde at the same time together, that can cause quite a lag issue. And as it is, so far, touch wood, we haven't actually had an issue really with lag on this server. I think the biggest issue we've had on this server is ourselves, and that's about it. At least for me, that's definitely the case. I got completely carried away on this one. I got focused on building my restaurant thing. I may have even gone round and graffitied some billboards around the server to advertise Dr. Zomnom's Diner and Meds. And in case you haven't guessed by that yet, I've also spent far too much time making food. I've got a box on here with about 40 hobo stews, 20, 30 things, meat stews. I think I've got every sort of food you can get in there. Oh yeah, I've just learnt the Shamway recipe actually. I forgot that. Yippee. But yeah, Hoardes is something that I've kind of missed, because being a server, it's not difficult to be offline when someone else is doing the Horde night. And I know I've died in at least one Horde. I'm quite sure I've only died in one Horde. We'll say 2, just to be cautious. I mean, we're at day 116, and I normally do these things at about 3 in the morning. It wouldn't be surprising if my mind's melted a little bit. So, yeah, but I looked through it later, and apparently I've done 3 Hordes in the 116 days. That's that's close to, well, it's closer to 20 Hordes than it is to 10 Hordes, put it that way. And I've done 3. So that's definitely affected things for me. It's one thing to bear in mind for you all is, of course, you know, if you want to know properly about how your Hordes are affected and what spawns and all that, Guns, Nerds and Steel, once again, has done a video on explaining the science of it, down to, you know, pretty much equations of working out exactly what your Horde's going to turn out to in regards to, as in, like, your levels and such. Maybe not necessarily what's in there, but for what game stage you are, what level you are, I think even how long you survived, what biome you're in, all these things affect it, and there is a system to work it out. But yeah, I was going to log off there, but I did a little bit more. And at this point, though, I will wrap it up. You know, if you've all watched this 24 minutes, especially with me rambling on, and I'm sorry if anyone wants to say, shut up and just please give us the video without you talking over it, I'll happily put that up. But yeah, I was really happy with this Horde. It went to crap within half an hour because I hadn't even brought half the stuff and I wasn't organised. But I did it, and I survived. Amusingly, when I look at it in a second, I've done 5 demos. I've only killed 5 demos. And so that does also seem to point out to me that, I didn't see that I get a legendary crafting bundle, though, for killing 50 of them. But anyway, yeah. That proves to me that the ones that you blow up don't count. So there you go. Now you know, if you blow up a zombie, blow up a demo, it doesn't count as killing it. But on this note, I'm going to write my message to let my friend here know that they're welcome to come and grab any bits from our server, from my storage, because we're running out soon on the server. And I will chat to you all next time.